In this video, we'll go over all the basics you will need to know to start using your new WAYcount device. After unboxing, the first thing you'll need to do is charge the battery to full. The WAYcount won't have a battery installed out of the box because rechargeable lithium batteries will lose some charge over time, and if the battery was in the WAYcount, you would have to take it out and charge it anyway. The battery for our WAYcount should already be in the battery charger. All you'll have to do is plug it into a USB port. Once it's plugged in, you'll see a red light turn on, and this means it's charging the battery. When it's fully charged, that light will turn green and your battery will be ready to install in your WAYcount. To install the battery, take the silicone boot off the device and remove the faceplate. In new devices, there won't be any screws in the device to make the installation of the battery a little easier. A bag of screws will be in the box your WAYcount came with. Once the battery is in the battery cradle, make sure the rubber O-ring is securely in the channel and put the faceplate back on the device. Then place the screws in the 5 openings on the back and tighten them down. Be sure to not over tighten these screws as they can be stripped. You want to tighten them enough so that you can feel that rubber O-ring start to be pressed into. Replace the silicone boot and your WAYcount is ready to use. A note about the batteries. On a full charge, they should last for at least 1 season of use. However, depending on how much you use the device, you may have to charge batteries more frequently. If your WAYcount isn't working, check to make sure that the battery is charged. To use the device, you will have to install the WAYcount app on your phone or tablet. It can be found in the App Store. Before you open the app, make sure your Bluetooth and location are enabled. Before you can use the app, you'll have to make an account and log in. This is needed because the data you get off your device will be uploaded to the Count Hub online service, and you will need an account to access that. To start, we'll make a test study by tapping Create a New Study. Enter the name of your study and the date and time you'd like to record data. Then select the configuration and orientation of the tubes. The orientation will be from the A tube to the B tube, so imagine a vehicle traveling over the tube, the A tube first, then the B tube, and pick the direction that the vehicle would be traveling. If you're only using a single tube setup, this will be used as a reference for the direction of traffic more generally. For more detailed information on all the different orientations and tube placements, and how to set these settings to accurately collect data, refer to the manual as it has a much more detailed rundown. Enter in the spacing between the tubes if you're using a 2-tube setup. If you're not, that box will disappear. Then enter in the approximate address or location of the tube setup. On some devices, this information will be automatically entered. However, some devices will not do this. And there may be cases where you may want to change this info or add your own notes, like midway between 1st and 2nd Street and so on. Since the location is on, it will pull the GPS coordinates and attach them to the study as well. These coordinates will be pulled when you click Create a Study. You can then adjust the speed limit of the study. This can also be adjusted after you upload the data on Count Hub. There's also a space for notes and an option to set the study as private or public, which can also be changed after the data is uploaded. Tap Save Study and it will bring you to a review page. Then after clicking Submit, it will bring you to an overview of the active study, which can also be found on the Active Studies page. To pair a study to a device, first click the button on your WAYcount, then click Connect to Device to Sync. You can also click the button after you click that Connect Device to Sync and then refresh that list. Once it's connected, it will prompt you if you're sure you want to connect. Anytime a new study is connected, it will wipe all the data off the device, so be sure there's no data that you need to retrieve before doing this. Once it's connected, it will bring you back to that overview page. There's a live strike view where you can see the strikes it's recording and check to make sure that it is recording strikes and recording data. If you tap the brass barbs with a pen or a screwdriver, you should see these get triggered. It can also be useful for telling if the tubes it's connected to are working right, that they don't have holes or something blocking them, but there will be some delay to this and it won't be an accurate representation of what it's recording. So this is really just to be sure that it's recording strikes. Disconnect the device and it's running and ready to collect data. Once your study is done, reconnect to the device by clicking Connect to Device to sync, reselect your WAYcount, and again, here you can check if there were any problems with your tubes, like maybe one got pinched or got a hole while it was recording data. You can see those live strikes on that screen there. Tap Retrieve Data to begin moving the data from the device to your phone. Once that's done, tap Upload to send that data to the cloud and your study will be completed. After you've uploaded the data, it will be available on counthub.com, where you'll be able to change some settings, download the raw data, and generate reports from the data.